Okay, here I'm going to my English persona. Okay, I should return to you later. It's with excellence, it seems. お金稼ぐ。私はスター。Okay, I should return to you later. It looks pretty solid, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Pretty good thing to know. I can do life comfortably in my own room. Okay, time to get to the point. Oh, by the way, yeah, let me edit. Let me check the analytics. To spread it to a wider I gotta be centered. Wider audience. Hey, a little bit more, you know? I'm like Durations, things, countries later princess. Yeah, okay, that's it. Let me close up and adjust, you know. Sake the sakes. Okay, let's play as Lady Princess. Okay, launch the gameplay. Nope, not this. Sign, get here. Did it start? Yes, it is time. One moment, game. Okay, seems very fine. Oh, okay, it is in full screen. Sorry, just a that. Alt tab works. Everything works here. Everything works here. The horror game, not for all audience. You all want, as you can see here. I mean, you know, is it better this way? Yeah, I can see a little bit more of old me. Okay, let's go. There are no parent endings. There are no analysis. Whatever horrors and finds our places. And only first place. This is the last time. With my mouse. Okay, let's go preferences. Oh, one of these kind. That's cool. Wildfire flickering images. Quick menu. Where's my mouse? Okay, new game. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wee wee. Oh, the camera.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. You know the world we're talking about. Oh, there are many options. Okay. Oh, thanks. Viva la revolution! Viva la revolution! One second. This thing is killing me. This must be a bug. Let me search first. One tiny little second. Oh, slay the princess. Not spire, princess. No, apparently no one had that bug before. I can clearly see it. I guess for the reward of this, how you can see me out in the creative for getting killing you if this is some kind of bad because she's locked up. Oh yeah, that is a good thing.
Nevertheless,
fuck.
Let me assure.
Wait. My mouse is bugged. Let me return. I didn't see it. Wait. Oh, I can't see the mouse. Let me. Let me quit. Quick thing. Here's only quit. Okay. One tiny little second. 1 second. It's getting to my head. Eh? Proud of me. Where's my mouse? Get to my mouse here. They're big. Preferences. Full screen. It's okay. It doesn't. Okay, then I can't full screen them. That's kind of sad. Wasn't it showing? Steam. Preferences. Yeah, okay, I gotta do this thing. I gotta. Okay, ditch the mouse then. Oh, sorry. Sorry, miss the thing. New game. Hero on the Princess.
Your Honor, you're here.
Okay. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world because she's locked
While
up?
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Then do tell me.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
You know what's voice?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Really, really. Okay, okay. You know, what are you talking
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
It's not like no trees
Have to
fucking
put an
exist.
end to her.
I'm upset. I'm not talking about you about this video. You guys later when I'm in different intelligence meet her face to face. Let me explore a little bit more. A tiny little bit so. Halfway stuck in the basement, can I know that?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far.
Okay. Look, I gotta talk to her. If she's bad as you say, then maybe that's the hero. We're not getting anything to chance me in the first place.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Let's go then.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I guess I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Fair enough. Into the basement. Now, where is the woman you're all talking about?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Oh, okay.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Ooh.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost
I
as
didn't
if she's
expect
the one in
such a
charge down
powerful
here.
voice.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to get you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Hello.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Hmm.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Only
binding
one
her
wrist.
to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
True enough. Drop it. Okay, I'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with
Maybe
an
me too?
unceremonious
For sure.
clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Unarmed.
Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Good enough. I guess you're supposed to end the world?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
You make a good point as well. What are you going to do, fella? Out?
Princess hesitates before responding.
Yeah, what are you going to
She
do?
doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
So,
It's the name of the
I
game,
tell you
yeah.
that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
This is weird.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
There's no answers. This is just a random thing happening. I'm like, hey, go kill her. Why? I don't know, just kill her. She's a threat.
subjugating
I said, why? A subjugating woman. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
Yeah, I don't know your name. I just know the princess.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
Okay, no name
Any
then.
honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll
She
never
really
get
is
a straight
squirming
answer
it.
out of her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
I guess. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Why then, lady?
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think.
Cutting your
she's
arm off,
suggesting.
damn.
She is. I'm sure of it.
I wish you coming on to me.
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each
Yeah,
other.
that is a relationship.
By definition, we have a relationship.
Sweet. Okay. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Aha, three choices. Three choices. One can be yes, I'm a bitch. Other can be. Let me save the game. Let me save the game. What? Okay, I'm gonna do what I actually would do. Okay, wait, slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. Examine trains. I can keep block the away down here. For a little for a bit. We get to know each other. What it's what to do. Imagine, and just imagine, I don't know if you know even here. Imagine that the end of the world is just the game ending. Wouldn't that be interesting? This could be a fucking meta game. I'm gonna be awesome.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Damn, girl!
You have to make a choice.
Okay, I'm not locking you up. That's for fucking sure. I think I'm gonna slay you. I'm gonna slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
Ooh, got fucked.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, there's more.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
But I died, what am I doing here?
I assure you that you're not dead. And if he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than...
Let's just shoot on to another children on this video I have. Why should I shoot? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you...
The tower. What the fuck do you mean?
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean, yes.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been and I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything?
Yeah.
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Really?
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The prince... Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I don't really
Do you
know.
think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess left unhinged? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. Just be quick about it. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you
On top of it, I'm trusted to go into your Jurassic world. There's someone like that in the world.
Just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. We're not. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable
Most of the
of
broken, not the hero
this
anymore.
situation. She probably doesn't. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Broken because I died again.
You're being annoyed. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic.
What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what.
I want to know. I love lore, you piece of shit.
Things.
Why couldn't they stay there? Why is it falling on me?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
I'm a monster, whether it
Call it
seems,
a
not a
prophecy,
human.
if that helps. But it's just the way things. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell.
Fuck you, broken. What do you mean, kid? You
I've
understand
told
me?
you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate the less you know about her.
That's all.
Right, now if you...
Just sit to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
This is different.
She will lie, she will cheat, and lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't
didn't
do
bother,
anything
actually,
like that. She caught us off guard last time. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner. If
Well,
that's
sit to the
what you
cabin.
want. I guess
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
don't.
what to say.
Let's go then.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble
What
exterior
the fuck?
would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar. The blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small.
Yes, we are small.
Small.
The mirror on the
That's
wall.
because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade
Oh,
sitting
for
on
him, the same
altar,
thing,
and the
same
door to
shit.
the basement. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
It's fucking
I'm sure that if we were
guys,
together,
my god,
you'd
pessimism
just
so
see
bullshit.
sad and miserable looking back at us.
Yeah.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or probably. He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Ooh. Don't sound
Please
fancy, man.
don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I?
Your cabin's different than
Maybe
last
that's
time.
because you haven't actually been here. I
Yeah.
hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you
Go to the mirror.
walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. This really isn't funny.
The mirror playing.
You reach forward and rub your hand against
Huh?
the cabin wall. We should count ourselves lucky.
Some things are better left unseen.
With the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and
Into the basement.
the door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment,
Mhm.
this is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
True.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down.
Okay, I gotta think about this. First of all, there's kind of a time loopy. Her personality is different. There has to be an explanation. So I presume you're gonna have to start the game
It
again.
doesn't matter
Hang
what
on.
that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions.
Yes,
Though
I
if his
am.
ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Going down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge.
This
before
game wouldn't
dropping
be
to
as
the
good
next.
without a voice. That much I can
But
say.
soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess
Oh,
towers
fuck.
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
What the heck
Her
is
long
happening?
hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Okay, same situation,
The
which is
chain
much
is
more.
nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming
knows.
audacity. Drop it.
As if from command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters, but we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember?
What the heck?
Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me?
No, I do not like this
I
dominatrix
said
shit.
Kneel.
Your
Oh, fuck.
legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
I should have fucking killed you.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
You're flying.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth
Fuck.
in me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude
I
to the
woke
birth
her.
of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize
She
it.
wants me to pledge loyalty.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it?
Yes.
It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality
Yeah,
I failed to
it's
destroy
fine.
her, but what's done is done. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable.
She's fucking strong. She's cool.
Can't you feel it?
I can say that.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit
Gotta do it.
yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
You can be whatever you want.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth.
Okay, something they have planned.
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
Then why aren't you?
It's not rude to question someone who's apparent. That's exactly why it's rude.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can
I'm probably such a basic bitch for doing all this though.
The song of you being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am.
You are cool. I don't want the world to end though.
You must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
I'm going to happen in the world. I don't care if something else come after. I just can actually do that.
I say,
You do.
perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Pick. Went to kill you. You're not even kidding. Mother, my hand has done this. Is it you? Pick up the
You
blade.
reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah.
You
can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come, dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Ooh.
Take that knife in your hand and slit
Don't.
your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her.
Fuck.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Slay the princess!
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward.
Ooh, okay.
One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward,
Son of a bitch!
digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an art. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. It's what she wants.
Fuck you, voice of the broken.
Heroic one, what are you doing? I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs.
Good one.
The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you.
Just stand it on there!
Manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird seeking to defy a god.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Something about it. If you had the knife, what would I do? Yeah. You choose the hand time, you choose to get punctured. I wanted to slay the fucking princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the relative gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees
Like
at
a
the princess's feet. Your chest
You look so majestic, girl.
as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
You know,
Princess
so
kneels down,
again.
lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me.
Oh, you're like
You
me, I
are
guess.
different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning.
Yeah.
Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had
Yeah.
at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes.
I want that middle option! But the game doesn't let me. I really want to slay you. Ugh, why the game always slay the princess? I'm yours. Slay yourself to her. Slay yourself to her. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm in the options. Damn it. Sorry. 1 second. Work. One team. Let me move. Okay, you're locked in. I guess. No, you're not. Move. Much better. Let me even go a little bit smaller. Very much sorry, didn't see the options. I'm yours. Play yourself to her. This one, if you save his there's two bitches crying in my ear. I know both of them are wrong. A middle ground would be perfect. I go to one, I don't. I go to the other, fucked up the ass. I'm sorry, I really don't like the idea of world being destroyed.
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's
Really?
overwhelming
I can do it?
will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom
I scraped her
pushes through
feet.
you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her
A
ankle.
tendon.
severing the
Oh,
tendons
isn't that
in an
fun?
act of unyielding defiance.
Oh,
She falls to the
I
floor,
made a god
crashing
fall.
unceremoniously to her knees.
Oh.
But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Holy fuck.
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Oh, would I do that?
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can
Oh.
strike the final blow, the princess lashes out,
Damn it.
knocking you off your feet. There's
Ah.
a wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated life,
Oh, fuck.
she drives her
I
fist.
just meant to scrape her.
Your body is crushed
Ooh.
as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there,
Ow.
broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you.
Ah,
But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds.
you're dying.
She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
I think I did more shit
Aside
from
from
my
the
last
pain,
life.
I feel fine. She
Way
collapses
of
to the
better.
floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of
Oh!
you
I
perish.
slayed her and she slayed me.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
I guess not.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess.
I guess.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
What the fuck is
I think
happening?
he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was. And ever will be.
You're damn right we did. And you'll get over it.
Stubborn because I still
Can't
love
say I
her.
have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed.
Yeah, you did,
You're
you piece of
being
shit.
too generous. He did get us killed. All right, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't, okay, great, you're listening. If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. This is just great. Let me cut to the chase.
Yeah, like.
You've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
We have, but it's freaking fucking
This is
hard.
all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
Because of her.
You knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next,
Ooh.
that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Yeah, but I'll fucking listen to me.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten to say anything.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly. It didn't even work. It doesn't count. We died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think I have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Oh, that's
The
good.
second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
I like you, stubborn. Honestly, if I just stay here, everything else, then we hit this point of no return, then what
Then
happens?
what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens.
Oh.
Yeah, but is there something after the end.
The first one makes a good point.
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there, it doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
To my current side of the cabin, we might as well see this through.
Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice?
Yeah.
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
True.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be.
Proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place
Ooh.
that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction.
Gotta turn the truth, you
Long
bitch.
columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
That's horrible.
You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating. The blade is your implement.
Wish didn't realize time either. Why?
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on what are you trying to say?
He thinks that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but I'm not going. It went away after we touched it last time.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you?
Yeah.
It really is just like last time.
But we smash it to pieces.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how are you
Of the mirror
Reach
plane.
forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the... As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping
Ugh.
against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the... Why am I not surprised? You step forward.
Oh shit, I didn't take the knife.
The stairs leading down
Fuck.
to the basement are at once
Yeah, I
both
did
narrow
it.
and grandiose. The high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while
Ah, fuck,
walls
it's
wet
fine.
with tumorous growths press in. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slip her voice, a bellowing rage.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
True.
She's not some untouchable god.
Whatever she is now is
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is.
Continuing down the stairs without the
Make your
knife.
way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's
Oh,
walls
fuck.
are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams.
And I missed the fucking knife.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her
No.
chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. Then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground. She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
let her end it. It's the punch.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. This time, we'll make it out the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, she's practically done most most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
You're
The
gonna go
world
from the
hasn't
world, huh?
wronged me the way you have. Maybe I'll get around to it eventually, though. Once I've had my fill of you.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, with a horrifying squelch.
Fala, porra.
You are unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
What the fuck? Written on the bar, SMS account, I just left something else in my place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Yeah, good
I
one.
don't want to look at us.
I don't know how we're going for.
She's gone. It's like it's mocking us. I feel anxious.
Nature's own.
Yes. Does that mean the world ended? The world didn't end. We're still here. Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I'm
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Hello, mirror. Approach the mirror. Gaze to your reflection. Science is reached for, they're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to listen. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. It's the cabin. You are the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
You mean?
Thoughts without connections.
You think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Did you feel a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
The end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
No, then already.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Only 1 second. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Are you attention to things that were trapping me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
No, but the words behind this place.
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
You are the princess, or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
You Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me.
Nothing's new.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there is no exit. But this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I finally kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
And what pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I am so entertained right now. And what if I want to do this thing?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now.
Isn't sleep a silent answer to help you? Is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot.
I'm semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something.
The bloody save me. No. I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Ah! Okay, the game closed. 1 second. It's you. Oh, only a few people displayed the body. Oh, a lot of people reached that point. Judgment? I gotcha.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Oh. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh shit. Bring the fury to her in no long vessel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ooh.
You're here to slay her.
If you realize you need time and keyboard. Okay. Okay, let me do something funny.
Seriously? You're just going to
Bye-bye.
turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yes, I definitely am
Somehow
going.
I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
I'm going with my cat.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Yeah.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time,
Yes.
aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
We get from the moon because he kills all of them.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really but fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing... There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh, it's a different chapter too.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Okay, I'm going to do the bitch. You remember a cabin and I say it was forever.
Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though. It's extremely boring. Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something. Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing. Forever. Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me?
What's happening? Besides.
What is that weird feeling?
What the fuck is happening?
I'm barely even here anymore.
Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Yes. Around this one, schematic for the best of the night from the finest sound and towns and memory returns. A distant rumblings out of many sounds, and let's just prove stop or something on it comes closer. I know that does not taste. Hello! You was for one of the fabric of the minus many questions after you are no longer alone. In the future, why are you here? I am finished. These fingers drag closer in the concept of frustration. The vest is full of you. It's useless to us if you don't bring my gifts. Force pushing literally. No, we cannot go back. Not there. Regret. These words brought me unfair. Must be something new. Anything that does not so much threaten this place. No oasis. Because I am your only salvation. What the fuck just happened?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
1 second.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to...
I'm going to do the... Dude, I want to do
Don't...
Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to him.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
I can't go back anymore. I can't, you know, do the bitches. I feel kind of bad now. It was a different chapter. The stranger. I don't have the same. Okay. Oh well, I'm going to continue the cabin.
You make your way.
Into the cabin. I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the.
Into the basement. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Hello, I'm gonna kill you.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. You step forward, your grip.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right?
I'm not an nice question.
And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best.
She's unarmed. If you head. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Oh, poor her though.
You feel flesh easily.
Oh,
give
I'm feeling
way.
kind of bad
You
now
look down
though.
to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive
What?
and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course,
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy.
move the blade.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper.
How the fuck do you have a blade?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort. The little
An eye for an eye. A life for a life.
Fuck, I died.
Yes, we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth, everything goes dark.
And I
And
die
you
again. The razor. That's new, at least.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she... If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere
They
and stab
cheated.
us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about...
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade...
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons.
Mhm.
So there's no reason to fear her. You were made...
And away we...
Seriously? You're just...
What's going on?
That son of a bitch flipped over the...
Ah! Why have you come back?
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Okay. Let's just, silence went into the cabin. Okay, silently. Take the blade into the basement. Who's that came in here?
You walk down.
She's so coldly beautiful.
You lunge forward without a moment. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good.
But that day isn't today.
Please.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What happened?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past.
The fuck are you kidding me?
No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
I do. But you're probably not
Kill
going to like
ourselves.
the blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only...
He's right.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, I know this is out there, but that little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't.
I don't think they're on this
Thank
hill.
you.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Let's go.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre.
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
But I kill myself when I'm
I can
doing here.
assure you that you're not dead.
If he doesn't remember what happened, that's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to
Proceed to the cat. I'm not gonna return. The thing's gonna get pissed
warning.
again.
she will love.
She won't. The interior of the cabin is
Ooh,
cold,
it's
a
different.
soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been... Like I've been saying, she's dead.
You take the blade from the table. That's because there isn't. There's death and there isn't.
Who cares if there's a mirror?
As do. I'm not lying. This really is.
It was there, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust,
and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her, the room below, nobody's here. As much as I appreciate I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the
Holy
final
fuck, she's dead.
the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body. Okay. She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Spectre.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed, and finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
I guess.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
We're supposed to kill ghosts.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
We're gonna see how things plays out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
You know I came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Where are you supposed to be?
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace, wherever I'm supposed to be. It's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out. Which, in case you haven't been listening... Yes, obviously things are strange. Right now, I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met.
Finish how? We already did what you told her.
You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though. And then what? And then you'll have saved...
I think he's asking about what happens after we say.
What do you mean? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
I don't
I
remember
don't
then.
feel very dead. But I guess I'm not. Not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real.
What?
But it's
Vamos?
also mostly not real.
Hehehe,
I'm
almost
not
over
sure.
here.
I'm just the one these things have happened to. Not the one.
But we're not a ghost. Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead.
Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clear.
See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
Yeah, what about the
It's
bones?
just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us,
True as
not our
well.
preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a
My
static
game could have been
truth.
pretty bloody different,
There
eh?
doesn't need to be objectivity.
Yeah, you're talking to me.
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
Yeah, leave it at that. Did you bury those bones?
Those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place. Even the spaces between the walls.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, hasn't got out, and can't get out are two very different things.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? After all.
Oh shit.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess her? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be... Would she be able to see us if we went on...
Now isn't that an...
Ooh.
We could finally bring her face to face with him.
You won't like how things...
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long...
This is so fucking interesting. I love this game.
Don't much like the sound of that. It's crowded enough in here as is.
Yeah.
Could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy.
That is a very...
If I actually just... If I get anything... Okay, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Well, sounds great. Do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deep.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean
Ouch.
it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Let's see her talk to the narrator. Hello.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill
Okay,
spreads
she is
across your
inside.
body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Oh, what's happening?
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain.
Oh shit,
a
I want
muscle
something else to
twitching and
happen. That's
convulsing
sad.
violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony. You collapse to the floor.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Okay.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings.
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yes.
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
This is a very
You
disbelief.
don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Yeah.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there.
Ooh.
Of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is
She's actually so
infuriating.
cool.
Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all.
It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And whine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that...
Press forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
Oh, isn't that fun?
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling.
Yeah. Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
Yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all.
Yeah.
He
This
had
lady
fun,
narrator.
I
That's a
suppose.
goodie.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or...
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Hello. Hitchhiker. Your life is interest as a pair of sunken eyes away from what is that up to?
Ella, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Hello.
Don't mention it.
Yeah.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Hold the hands. Engage us in wherever it's
She's gone. Where...
It's gonna just as moving accurate.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you.
What is that supposed to mean?
Pork.
Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels...
Where's the mirror? Isn't seriously. The bloat! I'm comparing the images. I've actually did! To the cabin. For the cabin. Perfect.
I am sorry I said that I hated you. I do not hate you. When I found you in the long quiet...
Oh, that thing I did
I
again.
was terrified. When I found you in the long quiet again, alone, I was hurt. I thought you had decided to leave me here to wither. But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to
That's
wait
interesting.
until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready.
I'm trying to change.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every
I'm going to
vessel
finish
makes
this game
fresh
today.
perspectives and carves new avenues of
It's too much
expression.
peak.
I am different, but I am the same. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning.
I don't know, it's just right.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this,
That's at the end of this, I will slay the princess.
Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
You know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
Jesus! Wait, what if I was like, I'm going to save the game because I wouldn't attack the entity. Why attack the entity?
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm.
What if I destroy my body? My hands might be.
There's nowhere for you to be.
I go back as if you know close at home. Why can't I do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now. Inaccessible.
Okay, yes. Let me know. Thank you, I guess.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I'll meet you next time.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no.
Have any thoughts in this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
No
My
preference.
preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down.
This is too fucking interesting. Yeah, I've heard of this.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only the wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side.
I can try one thing. Later, after I've done most shit. Many more vessels.
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build upon.
Okay.
The task of
Where to go back?
I await your return, but we will meet again.
Bring the spectre to her. Viva la revolution! Let's let her out this
Make your way
time.
up the short.
To the cabin. I'm entering the basement.
Her voice
Hello?
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you don't let it fool you.
I'm here to
How
save
many
you.
times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Let's go.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy
Hello,
chain
I'm a
around her
savior
wrist,
now.
binding her to the far. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for some. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she...
I see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You sound
You're
so
making
honest.
A huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yes, hero, I like you.
You walk up to the chains. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light.
You're killing it around somewhere. And if not, maybe kill me something and make it free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
I shall return.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs
Ooh.
slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey,
More shouts and plead. I'll repeat myself once again. You try the door. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Ugh.
Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh, fuck.
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of, it's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Eh.
you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp.
She really is
No
just...
effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
There's the hook door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Fuck you, Mario. I don't like you.
As the princess approaches the bottom wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop! Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to but the princess dodges, stumbling back. Stop it. Stop trying to resist.
Fuck you, you
I'm
bitch.
trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously
Oh, yes,
pushes
nice.
towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
Nice one,
What
girl.
are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She
Oh,
plunges it
fuck.
into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew.
Oh yeah, you're kinda right. This what should happen.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough for her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know
Oh.
how to use a knife, does she?
Oh, Dreamer! Dreamer! Olá, Dreamer. Pela sua missão mensagem, Dreamer. Olá, Dreamer. Grandioso.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Estou morrendo. Eu recomendo você, se você for esse jogo, é muito bom. Recomendo você não ver essa. Não, ou pode só ficar comigo, deixar isso no canto de olho. Aí eu estou lá falando contigo agora.
I'm so sorry.
Olá.
With one
Aww.
last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears cover rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I died. The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay.
You're evil bastard. Unless your tricks.
What on earth are you talking
Bitch.
about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then...
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be...
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to... Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us...
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice...
What can I say? A word...
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with
your
you.
little game.
It's your lies that can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Her beauty...
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure.
I do, but I also speak...
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong. Don't pay their bickering any...
Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
I'm going to just enter the basement. I'm gonna be a fucking pacifist. Eu esperava
The door to
Gil.
the
Oi, Gil.
basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stair.
Não veja, Gil. Spoiler de Stay Princess, Gil. Pare!
Carpet glitters
Pare!
in the light
É
of
muito bom o jogo.
torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a soft voice.
Hello?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
Jesus Christ.
I can hear a wedding. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely...
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just you walk
Hello.
downstairs and lock eyes with the princess.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she...
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that?
She
said we're
dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It does.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence.
You've been here before.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
You did.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense.
It was self-defense.
Our beloved's hands
And
remain...
you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. We damned a whole... Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible...
Horrible for you, maybe. But
Maybe.
we've been given another opportunity
There
to
are
sweep her
slower
off
mints
her
than
feet
my It's
and
the one
treat
between
her
your
like the
legs.
lady she
It's
is.
not just a frog. It's the whole swamp. That's right.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world...
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we
Are
must...
you listening to him?
Yes.
He's lost...
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh. But did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world?
Huh?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. Are you listening to her?
No, no, no.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. Not.
We're gonna have to catch y'all again.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Why you're so... Okay.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? What? No, she's a prisoner. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we
Why
came
is she
up
so
with.
godly?
She didn't care last time. Why should she? No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence.
Wait, let me save. Just to know.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
I mean...
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
the fuck
She
is
is our
written?
beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for...
She made the best decision for her.
Oh, there's something here.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
There wasn't.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprise.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
She doesn't. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
No, I can't.
You're what? Take over our body and force us to try and
Right,
kill
yeah.
her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain
Oh.
titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end
Oh,
our
shit.
life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
She really did. It was just
Princess
lit.
gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That
Her crown is
should have
different.
worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Isn't that cool?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh, if only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you
Let
want
me
to do?
guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank
Dragon Cups.
cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Once tiny little bit second. Yes. I want you to tell me what you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me.
Oh,
That's
it's...
all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I just want to make you happy.
It's really simple.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's... Are you seriously...
Oh, we've been over this one. No. Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
What's happening to you?
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh yeah, I have to. Oh, here we go already. That was quick.
No! was our perfect match.
She's gone.
And is that a... But it feels so bad. Like, yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see.
Okay.
She'll be there when...
Let's go. Have I grown? Once again, once again. Oh shit! Do I have more hints?
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away, all of me is changed.
I'm gonna save. What if I just want to test it. I'm gonna return there.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers.
We have each other.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it.
Because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not...
She's right. It isn't fair.
But enough with this true love.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
You can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can.
Nobody.
Yeah, I think you've got this.
Okay, let me try.
The princess tries the handle, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you she could do it.
You did do it.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right.
No, I'm not
You're
doing
enjoying
that.
this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? And then you step outside.
We're actually outside?
A happy ending at last.
Never mind, your hands are
We
coming.
did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a...
She's gone.
What is that supposed to mean?
It's the same shit.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction,
I'm going this
a
way.
mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once. All it changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. It says that your heart is gentle. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
I molded her to love me. That's a funny phrase. Let's see what stinks. Or it's the same thing, just different graphics.
This one is soft and delicate.
Okay, let me go over here and...
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I still plan to kill you.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try.
Alright, what the heck's in the
My
world?
perspectives are shadowed.
Tell
I have
me!
seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned in. Perhaps this will change. The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves. I yearn for what I have always yearned for.
No more vessels.
We will know.
Do you not care when you're
I
next?
care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you. The tides do not dictate. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to tread. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words. I am everything.
I'm going to go back.
I will be here when it is time.
Hey, Death. The hero and the princess. Bring a damsel to me. Silent companions to the cabin. I'm gonna take the blade,
You take
enter the basement.
her voice.
Second.
It's been so long since any.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy
Here,
chain
talk.
around her.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? Help!
She makes a compelling point. Don't you dare. It's fine. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor
Yes, we're awkward.
unceremonious.
Do this and race on. Ridiculous.
And yet you hesitated the moment you saw me. And you dropped your knife. If killing me was really so, someone put you up to this, right? And whoever it is, it's probably the same.
That's a fair question. Who chained her in this basement? And if she's so dangerous, how did they manage? Don't give away the game. And don't.
I'm right, aren't I? So who put you up to this? Do you? So you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this,
You can't.
I'm guessing you don't have. Oh,
Let's keep the
That seems like
artillery.
leaving her alive.
I made my choice and locked her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair chance we'll have to take. We can make.
you're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains. She can't, right? Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she?
Nope, let's stick to the plan and lock
It'll
her
be
down
the
there.
death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly Okay. We can make this work. You settle in against. It isn't long before you start to drift off.
Ooh.
Your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier
Oh,
on
she got
yourself
out.
and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the... As she violently rattles the door.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece
Dang, girl.
by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't say... No, it doesn't.
I can be innocent and harmless, if you want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle. You jolt awake
Fuck.
in the middle of the night to silence
And that would
the
happen.
cabin. The rock. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it isn't all at once. The paralysis comes
The
in
fuck
waves.
is happening?
First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth, lying about the facts of the situation.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer,
Ooh.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shut.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
We do.
It
Okay.
can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark.
Indeed.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here. Again? If he doesn't... Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question. Shh. I think you'll find yourself... a warning. But she will... I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time.
Fair enough.
Or at least she was direct. It doesn't matter. The interior of the cabin is plain. The blade is... Hold on. What? It's just an... She's already gotten out, hasn't she? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath... Good. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us some... The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. Those are the words of someone who knows...
Enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Oh,
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for her. Cruel and playful.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
A hard
It can't be
strive.
that hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
Oh, that's interesting. That's actually a pretty interesting choice.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them.
I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide.
Always go left.
We're completely... Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
Fucking is.
No,
Look at her.
I'm
The
not.
eyes of the-
Somebody needs to be the voice of Excuse me. I'm being
Hmm.
incredibly
I
reasonable.
like Voice of the
You're one
Hero.
who's just
He's pretty reasonable
matter-of-factly
sometimes.
describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. Please stop saying that.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I love if she's a bitch. Go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Ugh.
Told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches,
Whoa, that's a
your
good sign.
legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
You're fucking-
This is it.
isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be. What did you do? Pull your.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your blood begins to coagulate. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your...
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
You sure about that?
Are you sure that...
You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure.
Heart,
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
again. Your eyes shoot open as you gasp.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well. Standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us.
Nerves. The why doesn't matter. She's already... Your weapon is still in your hand. Nerves. Heart.
What is this? He's doing.
Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
I want you to finish me off.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive.
Oh,
It's
it really
taking
is.
everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove.
Shit, make her stop. Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath.
Come on, Paranoid!
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Go
Oh.
back.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
Heart, lungs, liver,
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
nerves, heart, lungs,
I
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
I thought you just leave.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. And everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. Oh, no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you... Don't worry. I'll make sure to take good care of you. Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side.
Alright, too
The
invested.
dark side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough. I am what I am, and right now, well, you might...
She raises one long gloved finger, its tip.
Like I said, I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Just died and
And then we'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll go. I wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows? But I'm always going to win.
lungs, liver, nerves.
Information later, don't get to come back and
Is
get
that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me. And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut. What then? Would you have it in you to climb again? It sounds like a lot of effort for nothing. When instead we can just leave this place together.
hand in hand.
The princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably.
Thinking about that knife, are we? Put that little theory to the test. See how it plays, because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine, and I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
And we're stuck down here together until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she... No! Heart, lung...
Or until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too.
I hate being
That's how
buttons.
this all works, right? And a lot can happen before.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
I'm glad you're seeing things.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Slay the fucking princess!
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
Like that?
We did it. We actually did it.
Nerves,
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she?
we've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when
She falls to the ground. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. And now that she's gone, but she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't... It means that you're stuck here. Oh, no. Time passes. Forever's gonna end. If... No, it won't. I feel sick. It doesn't have... What do you mean? We still have... Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? That's a terrible idea. You've already... Because right now, you're right. I don't... But if we've already saved... I just do. I value... Why? What do you mean, why?
But I like that.
Reasonable to value
Oh, Paranoid is doing the good questions.
Exactly. Again?
I don't like the way you said that.
Of course I did. Though, oh, you bastard. Plenty. But if she's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever, it just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over... I've already... That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. We don't have to starve to death. No.
Yeah.
Still no. You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secret. I'm not. Either way,
Secret?
the narrator ignores you. You can't just I can.
Yeah.
The
Secret?
narrator...
Oh, you could do a lot better than us.
Exactly. You'll be fine here. I'm stuck here with you. Feelings mute. At least we're all...
It's
Unlike
been
you,
lonely.
I'm not capable of being lonely.
Loneliness.
Oh, sure you are. You remove the blade from the... I don't like this, but I suppose you raise the... Here we go. You'd better get this right next time. Everything goes dark.
The Wraith.
You're on a path in... Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? Yes, so it
The
does.
code! When we always in the end, the code appears
There
again.
has to be... What if we do what she asked us to? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably... Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would... Oh, threatening us with death. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods where we're forced...
This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know.
That's all the more reason to take the... I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out. You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would... Everyone is manipulating us.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, is that supposed to... I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything. So, yes, I'm the same. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Then she finds a way out on her... So... Only we don't have to know it's... And why is... Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is the only solution worth considering.
Just
continue down the path towards them. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something. Maybe letting her out really is the... Whatever. You don't want... It sounds like... There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So would you look at that? Take it however you will. The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining. The only furniture of note is... What's strange? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything
there isn't a blade here.
Aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be... What do you mean there isn't a mirror? There's a mirror. I suppose the only way to go... You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now. You stop as you reach the end of the hall. This is it. The mirror's going to go away, and she's going to startle you. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts your bones.
Ah, fuck.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Man, girl.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom.
Oh, she broke my foot.
So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Good one. Good luck.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us. And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and... Yeah, but not like this.
She's going to make it hurt.
Then turn off the part of you that feels things.
Oh, like it's that easy?
It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy...
That white coat is always going to be full of awful.
Except that pain hurts.
Yes, that's what it does.
We need to explain to you why pain is bad.
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
Look, leave me now. You kill me and I killed you. We're on the bed, right?
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
I don't want to touch it. I don't even know how I got here. Ah!
You did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for...
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she... You sure you can't do anything to help us? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world...
Hasta cima.
Okay, deep breath. Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
Yeah, I'm right.
Hello.
This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't.
It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences...
Your vision
Oh,
fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push... I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall.
It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this.
We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin.
Were we?
I was.
I know you were, but you were going to do it for the wrong reasons.
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Do that.
Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you think you feel. You think you were numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me, and I don't feel the regret, even in the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy.
We weren't always like this.
I've always been like this.
All I'm doing is reading what you've sown.
He is correct.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your
why?
takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door.
Jesus Christ.
The movement is stiff. Your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly.
Oh, fuck you, will you?
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower,
Yeah, you will.
capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, we're putting in everything we have.
You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us.
Yes, it's just a body now. But I
Go on.
1, 2, 3.
Come on, Paranoid, I like you. You saved me last life.
3. Next one, we all go. 1,
2,
2,
3.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body.
Off.
But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches,
Nice.
and you collapse forward. A thought slips through you.
We did it! We actually did it!
Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we? I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now? I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
I know last this season you feel something, a massive growth, turn around feet, and just look at you for a short moment.
What is happening to me?
Good death. Bye-bye.
She's going, there's that mirror.
There's approaches.
It's calling us. Ignore the cowards.
Gaze into the reflection. I wonder what happened to me now. I'm becoming worse. Hey. How are you doing?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are free.
You have thousands of
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Right, witnessing my car, my voice to speak to me. Someone who learned me, but I don't want to do something else. I call him the narrator. Wants me to kill you. Can I narrate? I've been invested in.
No, their minds are empty, existent.
You know, there's space beyond. Then I find it.
If he is anything other than us, he isn't worth the effort to destroy. One.
Whoa!
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
There's only one left. Last save for inclusion.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours.
You think they're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that,
Let me go back.
the next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
That's
I will
it.
be here, waiting for you.
You're on a path. You make
Let's take the blade into the basement. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Inside yet.
How about you drop?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's...
Oh, you have to be. You walk up to the chains, but they're large and heavy, far too...
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere up doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her...
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife.
She speaks with almost. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. You attempt to make Is someone else here? You're sure you're here. You try the. I'll repeat. You make your way back. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. The knife. Pick it up.
You won't like.
Save the. Let me save her.
Against you cut into her. The blade, she didn't so much as utter. Free from her bite. How is she so composed?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the print. Wait, this is. Watch me. Stop.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back.
She dodged.
But the prince. Stop it. Stop. The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged. This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark.
The prisoner.
You're on a path. You're here to... My tricks. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way.
I'm finishing the actual game.
For the princess.
We're standing. The god. I made her to god me against him.
I'm inclined to agree. You know I can. And as far as trying to help her goes,
Proceed to the pen.
You have
a warning. She will.
Yeah.
Did you just say wink out
Ding,
loud?
ding.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat.
I'm taking a knife.
And more like a dungeon. The only furniture of note, the blade. You take the blade. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with.
Yes. Into the basement.
The door to the basement. Her voice, harsh.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please,
Hello.
come downstairs.
Does she remember us?
I wonder.
You walk down the stairs
fuck.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so
It is
obviously
very
useless.
fucking weird.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get to.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
You are on the right.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. You do as she asks and sit on the floor.
Thank you. Now,
Mind.
yes, your intentions. There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she... Unless she really could
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests. Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and as much as I would like its ideally this was supposed to be one, and the situation right now, a contingent for you failing, obviously. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us?
Fuck, okay,
All
I
of
gave
this
away the
is
game.
I
Sorry.
needed you to be in the dark for as long as... And maybe I wanted to be the first. That's pathetic.
Ooh.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least, exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. Moving on. The more I say, the more your mind will swim in your success. Fine. Yeah, just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's...
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I like whom she's called.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in the...
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't... I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that?
Yes, why?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shack. And what? Is it going to lock the... I don't know. He doesn't want us to look at it. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Like the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her... I don't want to say what I'm supposed...
What is that supposed to mean?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
bad.
here we go.
Come out and say it then. You're just
Fine.
As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnet, and, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same...
Excuse me?
Yes?
Why?
Are we stuck here now?
Ah, become your own jailer.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
That is funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learn...
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Girl, she does. Anything that happened to me?
No.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
No for more small talk, are ya?
Nope.
That's rude.
Ah! What should we do?
You and the
Silence.
princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for.
The only reason she's to be the end of the world, because I try and attack her. If I don't do shit, she doesn't do shit.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far.
She's not ending anything.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does.
Oh yes, it is,
But
yes.
your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of
Yeah.
even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Where is the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Still rude.
Ah! Wait, it
You
actually...
continue to
oh,
wait
oh,
in
yeah.
silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Holy fuck.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time until suddenly, there are no walls. And then...
Narrator's gone.
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Sorry, you're kinda cool actually. She's still dying, I don't care, she's becoming one. They are becoming one person.
She's gone. And is that a...
This, you're right. Part of...
What's happening to me now? How weird is this? Chicken nothing and now. Either a faint, very shadow, just a reflection. Are you
I
me?
think you know what I am.
Don't you fucking dare! You're the narrator.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh shit. It's meant to be the same all along.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design.
Okay.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
What are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
It doesn't like that.
Hurt. I'm aware.
Great.
And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
All this
I do.
hubris.
People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable.
What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
There's too many questions!
By slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they... If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died.
It's too many.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. When the patterns are wiped from the sand.
One last question.
Are you lying? I can't tell. It's like I said, I'm just an echo.
Bye, bitch. You are the one, Clyde. Best mission, something. You Kevin last time. Maybe I think I can find less for the break. There's nothing for you to find. Because I am it, isn't it? Holy shit. Hello.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
and to save because you know I miss you too. You know about the echo? Did you hear a conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm quiet, but I don't know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Just realized her hair, it's people.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or
Why a world
will
of
you
death?
open
Why?
the final
For Christ's sake,
doors
like,
to our
okay.
liberation?
Maybe just leave.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
See. Where's this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Yes.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you can, but violence and passion are dances that both of us
Oh,
know
shit.
well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Girl!
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite.
Oh shit.
Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
We've done enough relations for me, apparently. You strip my gifts away and leave everyone to share me used to get life and death.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Oh, she's using my fast blah. They say what shape a wolf that you will take.
I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so... Your love edge drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
There, we don't have to hurt each other.
There is beauty and ugliness, and love and conflict. Shiver passes through us as some fingers dance across your skin. I remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption. So long as you accept me in the
Oh, the God one.
Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones.
Holy flex.
When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Person in a body, death is transformation to something new. No body, what if nobody suffered?
Do you suffer now? Let go of what you think. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is, there is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. What I offer you is not perspective.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hero, I am.
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
I am all of you, actually.
After all the times you told me that mirror was going to kill me, I'm genuinely surprised you missed me.
Yeah.
But we don't have to get into all that. I'm here now. That's what matters. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began.
It's time to resume again.
Let's dance, girl! Or being, you know,
She's
girl.
relentless, isn't she?
Or you are actually.
Let's make the...
Ready.
Let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Good riddance.
Yeah. He really put us through hell, didn't he? Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah?
Yeah.
There isn't much here. There's no mirror, either. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south... It's just us. That's probably for the best. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here?
Yeah, I do.
The first time we heard her voice?
But like 2 hours ago.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go? No. I feel like I'm myself again. Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that?
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever. I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know, but odds are we've probably done it before. You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back. Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
Oh, bam, I got a confession.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too. Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them. That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
That's fucked up.
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now. Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you. Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
I can't, sorry.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Ooh, I'm kind of bad now.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back. Is that a metaphor, or... It's quiet here.
It's just so free.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
No hostile witness your new kingdom. In this chapter, you are free for your living with his experience out here, and you shall live and fought by a rule and bloodshed as to and There will be no more bullshit in this
We
jungle.
didn't forget what you told us. You thought we'd be gone.
We're the house now. We get to make the rules.
Torturer. And to think I thought we could rely on you. Can't even trust ourselves. This is going to be fun.
Slaying our beloved and threatening us with damnation. You all need to lighten up. Telling us we were going to die was funny. I'm not sure they agree with you. Voices get around.
The good ending doesn't count. Hello? Thank you so much. If you like the screenshot, you can hand you over and... Oh. Let's load the game and... What happens now?
Ever the passive player. Always when the echoes spot. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring a...
Oh, let's go to her together.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear that.
Okay, let's free yourself with her. You fall into yourself. The body nation features of nation. Hispanic conflict.
I love you.
Take her hand. I guess she was right. She went to be the end of the world. The friendship
It's
with you.
magnificent.
There are no working thoughts, scratch to the eyes, and there's simply this. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Happens to me infinite. Doesn't it dawn, it doesn't seem such you can doesn't know. It exists in all when you are aware. So as I've been, you shall always will be. So conflict in nature, so you will never be alone. And so you will never left you and share family home. There are no endings, only the beginnings. There's the main menu. Okay, I did the other ending. What about the... Okay, let's do it. I believe in it.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
I guess I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Loving yourself is always the best. Oh shit!
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
That's an easy ending, I guess. That's a fucking good game. I'm gonna play more for more endings and shit. I guess I really click-clack the thing. There's 3 true endings, I guess. The one where existence is the world ends, as the narrators always said, and everything and you create a new thing with her, or you kill her and you keep on. No, wait. You kill everything and make it again. If you kill her, you keep on the world going and new things. But the voice in your head gets pissed off if mine, that they get pissed off. And the other one, the loop keeps going. I'm gonna enjoy this now without you guys. Bye!